Hey guys, Beck, and we are playing XDefiant. Some more camo grind nonsense going on. We're doing another Master of Masteries. We got close to a Titanium Prisma camo unlock for one of the guns. This is the preseason's DLC weapon, the MDR that they added. Yeah, been grinding it out a bit, and we've got it ready for the Titanium Prisma run. So 370, that's where we've got this gun to, and 30 more levels, and we'll have Titanium Prisma unlocked on it. Yeah, I mean, honestly, during the preseason, people weren't that big a fan of the MDR. I personally thought it was a pretty good gun, like when you treated it like an SMG, more an SMG hybrid AR, as opposed to trying to treat it like an AR. But with the season 1 launch, they actually buffed the gun, and now it is very good. It is a very good gun. I think if you're still on the mindset that it's not good, you probably haven't tried it out since the season 1 buff, because it is a very good gun now. And like I said, when I actually played with it, I did think it was a pretty good gun. So the buff just made it that much more better. So yeah, that's the plan. That's what we're going to be grinding out today. This is the build I have for the MDR. I believe this is the same build that I was using when I went for gold on it. So stabilizing barrel, plus 2.5% horizontal and vertical recoil control at the cost of minus 5% sprint shoot time and ADS walking speed. The super light grip, plus 10% ADS speed, plus 2.5% movement speed at the cost of minus 10% recoil recovery. Reflex sight, plus 1 sight picture. Quick mags, plus 5 magazine size, plus 15% reload speed. And then the fabric grip, plus 10% ADS speed, plus 5% ADS stability at the cost of minus 10% recoil or recovery. So yeah, this is the build that I've been using for the grind, not only for gold, I believe, but now also for the Titanium series camos. This is the stats for the build that I use, in case you're interested. Now, we have obviously unlocked Titanium Violet and Titanium Azure. As mentioned, there are 30 more levels, and we'll have Prisma unlocked. We're on the final stretch of the grind for Titanium Prisma. But we will play a game with the gold equipped, and then we'll put on Violet, play a bit, then, Azure until we unlock Prisma. So let's go ahead and jump right in. They're doing some work outside. That's the banging they're doing. I don't know if I want to put escort and zone control. Like, this gun is close range dominant, like, obviously. And escort and zone control would need me to stretch other. We'll put it on anyway. We'll see. Might take it off, like, for the for the Prisma game or something, so we make sure we don't get that. Or if we get it too often, then I'll take it off. We'll see. It doesn't do so well when you have to stretch out the ranges and all. I mean, it's usable, but it's not its strong point as far as a weapon goes. Man, yesterday night, I decided to go to sleep early. And I had a small headache coming on. And I had run out of my headache medicine, like whatever the tablet I have, like if I have a headache coming on. Like in India, it's like a brand called Crocin or some shit like that. Yeah, I didn't have any in stock in my house. Big mistake not having that shit in stock. Restocking that. I had run out of it a few days ago, like maybe a few weeks ago even, and I just forgot to like buy another pack of headache medicine. The whole night, dude. It just got worse and worse, dude. Finally in the morning, Like my dad went for his walk, and I was like, dude, just get me a packet of croissants. Got it. Took a tab, and then went back to sleep for a few hours, and slowly calmed down. Dude, I honestly don't know how, like, back in the day, people dealt with headaches without, like, medicine for it. Shit was brutal. I thought, like, for sure, like, it was just gonna go away after a bit. It's like, it's a headache. How bad can it be, dude? You know, it just got worse and worse overnight, dude. It was brutal. But yeah, as soon as I took the headache medicine, it sort of calmed down. It wasn't fully gone in the morning, but it's lessened quite a bit. Why is this taking so long? I'm just taking escort and zone control off. Those mods just, if it's trying to put me in one of those modes and it's just not filling the lobby, it's ridiculous. I don't know what mode that was that it wasn't filling, but it looks like it's the same lobby. Customer support finally sorted me out also on the refund stuff for the GSK starter pack and all that, which was nice. Took them a while, but at least they sorted it out. Like, for those of you who don't know, like, oh my god, we're not even in the Indian server on this one. They put me on like some outside server. Right, whatever. Yeah, I bought the BAL pass and stuff like that prior. Didn't get the full refund when I bought the GSK starter pack. So I had to reach out to support. And it took a while, but it finally came through. And
Team deathmatch. Lethal force authorized. 3, 2, 1. Take out the enemy team. Less scalpel, more sledgehammer, agent.
oh, like, okay. There's like a COD player clearly hiding in a corner. warm-up game plus shitty ping. There's, I don't know, there's some name tag that popped up on the side there. It looked friendly. Distracted me for a second.
Neutralized. We're on track with no prisoners.
God damn it, dude. try to keep leaning forward too much, dude. I like slouch when I'm trying to like, you know, get used to like just sitting up straight. One, I like leaned way too close to the mic. More than that is bad for my back. All right, let's get Violet on. The one thing about the MDR is camo coverage is going to be solid on it. No matter what attachments you put on there. The bulk of the gun is camo coverage action. Actually, Titanium Prisma is going to look pretty good on this, man. Once I get that bad boy unlocked. Looks good. Looks good. Like I said, it's always nice to have a solid amount of coverage when you apply your camos on there. Good zone control. Hopefully this time they put us in India servers. I do have to say the one weird thing about like, I don't really care. It's either random or definitely not Mayday, dude. The one weird thing about dealing with the customer service for the Xcoin stuff, like the missing refund of the Xcoin on the package, like, they ask for like a lot of like information, like proof of purchase and stuff like that. It's like stuff they should have in their own filings. Like, I mean, I didn't mind providing that stuff because obviously I had it, but it's like, dude, like it shouldn't have taken as long as it did because all the information they requested really should be in their records already. Like I said, I don't understand why you need me to prove that stuff when you should already have that information for yourselves. But yeah, it ended up taking a while, but at least I got the refund for the stuff. Like basically I had bought the GSK starter pack after the fact I had bought the like battle pass. And I had also bought the like ultimate founders pack or whatever, so I had already got the GSK starter unlock. audio on this. But I mean, they finally sorted it out, I guess. So whatever. I'd sort of given up on the refund. I was like, I'm probably not gonna get it, but it happened. Where did that guy go? He would have either run right into like the entire squad there. There he is. I don't understand, like, why do people run the, like, cleaner crew? Like, it's not a good, like, in my opinion, it's not a good, like, faction, but it's, like, a super popular faction, it feels like. People love running that nonsense. I knew it, I knew it. I knew I turned too early. was that teammate doing, man?
Heads up. I'm detecting our sonar. You're off your game, Agent.
Like, if this was like caught, I'm like, oh, maybe she was going for a finisher or some shit like that. But no reason, just running straight to the enemy's back for like absolutely no reason. I don't understand this. He's a level 64. By now, you should be like able to shoot back, dude. I didn't see his ping though. What's up, Daniel? Yeah, thank you. It's a good gun, the MDR. It's not hard to do decent with it. There's second game on also, so still warming up. I just started watching a new anime. Well, not new to me. Delicious Dungeon on Netflix. It's actually, watching the first episode, it was pretty good. It wasn't bad, actually. Seems like it's a decent.
Team deathmatch. Lethal force authorized. 3, 2, 1. Take out the enemy team. Less scalpel, more sledgehammer, Agent.
That was bad timing with the invisible nonsense. I know, I know. I mean, dude, there's no SBMM in this game, so you get what you get in this game. What can I say? Sometimes you get like these lobbies where they don't know what the hell they're doing. But yeah, I agree. These guys are like bots, for sure. It's not like I fucking can magically get these lobbies or anything. It's just what you get sometimes. That's how no SBMM matchmaking works. You get what you get. I mean, if you're playing this game, you probably get them same lobbies too, man. There's a lot of new players that just jump onto this game that don't know what the hell they're doing. I mean, honestly, like, people go on about this game having like only sweats playing the game. That's not true, man. In fact, arguably, I think the bulk of all the like sweats have stopped playing this game. There's occasionally like the few people that are still playing the game that are sweaty, but like not that many. Like, I recognize the players that I come across that I know has been playing the game or are decent. Like, it's a small community. I don't know how it is outside my region though. There's the Asia region. Asia region's reasonably small. You tend to recognize who's good and who's not. Or at least who knows what they're doing. I'm glad though, man. I would rather have these bot lobbies and stuff than having idiots jumping around like morons. I think if I got into lobbies that were just people jumping around like bunny hopping every fucking gunfight, I wouldn't be playing this game. This gun's good too, man. Like, no joke, like, I don't know if you've tried the MDR yet. It's really good since Season 1 buff. It's like a meta gun. It'll destroy even good players. Like, if a good player is using the MDR, you're in trouble. That's just how it is. It's a really good gun in the game at the moment. Especially like in maps like Clubhouse and stuff like that. What was weird about that previous game though is I think those fire idiots, they were just running around trying to like firebomb. They weren't shooting back. At least one or two of them were just trying to get the firebomb kills the whole game, which made it like, dude, you come across idiots that do that shit. But yeah, like there was at least one of those like cleaner guys. I don't even think he was fighting back. And I think they're all on my team now. So yeah, fun. We're gonna get stomped on, I guess. Yeah, I think these are all the same guys that were in the enemy team in the last game.
And defend. 3, 2, 1.
No, it's better than the M4 for sure.
I'll keep you apprised of it.
Keep it close though, close to medium. Like treat it like an SMG. It's a beast, like if you treat it like an SMG.
The zone is danger. Capture zone. Secure the capture zone.
I've talked about this. This game, like, the matchmaking, it's not like as strict as people like make it out to be. Like sometimes they'll put you in a really strong team and sometimes, more often not, they will make you. Like, they'll put you with the weaker side if you're a good player. More times than not. But they do mix it up, unlike some other games, right?
We're on a zone. Capture zone is moving. Sending new locations. You're off that now.
Like, our teammates are not even playing objective. This is gonna be a fun game.
The zone is danger.
These guys are like, think they're so good. Yeah. They won't even fucking sit on the objective.
Zone compromised. Capture zone contested. Sending new locations. You're off that now. Zone compromised. Allies on the zone. Capture zone contested. The zone is danger. Capture zone contested. Zone under assault.
Oi. Yeah, I called this in too early.
Capture zone is moving.
Your teammate, please, man.
Locking down zone.
No, this is not more, but this is not more accurate. I didn't read your second sentence. It is not more accurate than the ACR. The ACR is a laser, dude. Teammates, man. they are sitting on the zone this time.
The opening spot. Go we're on capture zone is moving. Zone
ACR is really good for mid-range. But this gun, if you can get close, you will do damage.
capture zone is moving. You're off that now. Zone under assault. Capture zone contested. Rogue echelon
Hey.
compromised. Capture zone contested. Capture zone is moving. Sending new locations. You're off that. Under assault.
Dude, damn it, I fucking hate those.
Allies on the zone.
Yeah, if your ACR is less accurate than this MDR, you've probably not built it right.
The zone in danger. On zone. Capture zone contested.
No!
Zone under assault.
That was actually, they actually played it. They tried. Little bit space. Yeah, that was close. That was. I was throwing my life away at the end, man, which cost I felt. Should have played a little smarter. Or actually try to win my gunfights as opposed to losing all of it. Let's throw on Azure. Looking good. My little Smurf mobile. Yeah, with the ACR, I feel like you can't play quite as aggressive. Like you have to like kind of hang back a little bit and stuff like that. What's up, Gunna? How you doing? How you been, Gunna? Ah, I see, I see. Good morning to you, good morning.
occupy. Marking the objective and pushing coordinates to your offset. 3, 2, 1. Take the capture zone. Follow it when it changes location.
Oh, it's all good, man. I know. I sometimes stop by, and even if you're like AFK, I'll just hang out while I finish off my work and then bounce. I understand, dude. I know how it is.
On the zone.
Yeah, last time you weren't there, but like I just hung out for a bit while I finished up my timestamps and all that, and then I bounced. Oosh.
Sending new locations to your offset.
Damn.
We're locking down the zone. Zone under attack. Capture zone is moving. Zone under assault. Allies on the zone.
How, man? How is that not a hit marker at least, man?
Zone under assault. On the zone. Capture zone is moving. Sending new locations.
Trying to bob and weave there.
The zone is danger.
Nope.
The zone is allies on the zone.
I don't know what teammates are doing here, man. Are they fighting back at us? I feel like they're not doing anything. Yeah, they're not even jumping on the objective, which is fantastic. This was Where are his teammates? Just stay on the zone, man. That's all you have to do. Shouldn't be so aggressive, man. Please just stay on the zone, teammates. What's up, Slew? How you doing?
We're on game, Agent. What's next? A ticker tape parade? The brats would love that.
Objective. What, Bishpesh? What are you going on and on about, man? Getting greedy with the pets. Getting greedy with the rubs. Oh, fuck, I should have voted. I don't think I would have won. The Shadow of Legends a good player.
Domination. I'll tag 3 objectives on your offset. Assault them at your
Carry me, I recognize. He's okay. He's got a really good ping.
3, 2.
But that Shadow of Legends, he's actually a
Your
good player.
mission is to secure the capture zone. Team capturing zone C. Zone secured.
I don't think we'll win this. Oi!
Friendlies capturing zone A. You got this. Neutralized.
see? He's like the jumper. He does his little jumps. I told you. A bit of a sweat. Fucking Christ, dude. Actual nerd, dude. They're playing like dorks too, man. Fucking, are you kidding? The fuck? I had shots on him. Dude, his movement's too much, man. Like, he should be penalized for those constant ducks, man. He like ducked like 3 times in that gunfight, man. It's fucking ridiculous. Ah, I missed everything there. Hi. Yeah, unfortunate. Yeah, Shadow's a bit of a sweat. I think if they actually nerf the jump and the spam stuff, then maybe he wouldn't be getting away with some shit. Definitely does a spam nonsense. But I wonder if he's on PC or like, he must be on PC, is my guess. If I had to guess, he's like got like a fucking 200 FPS fucking, or like at least 150 FPS fucking PC rig. But I don't know, maybe he's on PlayStation. He is good though. Like I've played against him often, he does well regularly. At least every time I've played against him. Like if I came across only people that did that, I'd have not. I wouldn't play this game. Like the fact that it's just a few of them that do that shit, I'm like, alright, whatever. But the fact that like XDefiant has mentioned they're planning on nerfing that shit and they still haven't yet got around to doing a second nerf on that spam bullshit, the crouch and jump spam bullshit. Shadow uses it properly, like at times, but I have been in like gunfights that last long enough where he's just abusing it, like in multiple gunfights, and that he would have probably crouch spammed like 3 or 4 times before he actually got the kill, or jump spammed and then crouch spammed and then crouch spammed and then crouch spammed, right? So, I think he would. He's got good aim though. Like I think for like a lot of the gunfights, he's on target, like with his first jump or his first crouch and all. But at least when I've gone into gunfights with him, it's lasted long enough where he's done it abusive levels, where he should be penalized for it, but. Because this game still has a 4 fucking pump thing. As if that's actually gonna be like a thing in a gunfight where someone can do 4 pumps or jumps.
Domination. This op's a bit raucous for the Echelon playbook, but I'm sure you'll.
I mean, if you get to that level where you're jump spamming 4 times in a single gunfight, you are trash.
3, 2, 1.
Like,
Secure those captures.
I don't think even like the or whatever
Capturing zone A.
penalization of like the whatever bloom. I don't even know what the penalization is. Is it just a hip fire bloom or is it an aim down sights bloom also? Oh no, it's a sway also if you aim down sights, right?
Going for zone B. Utilized.
So I refuse. I refuse to be that person. How did teammate not see that? Like, I have been tempted to, what's it called? Like, if I've right now got like my top paddle for the ability. If I change the top paddle to the crouch, I can probably start spamming that shit. I have been tempted. I have been tempted to make adjustments to my button layout, so I can start crouch spamming a little bit. I think even a singles crouch does throw off the gunfight a good amount. So like, even if you're doing a single, crouch in a gunfight, that's actually a pretty intelligent move. Like this. But I need to change the button, so like, I crouched too early. I need to start aiming and shooting and then crouch. Like that. Like that. Yeah, I need to like change it to like the top paddle to like take advantage of that. Bottom paddle feels uncomfortable. No. I will do that actually. I think that's a good idea. Flip it. Flip my controller. Not in this stream. Maybe next time I'm doing a weapon grind, I'll do it. Because the ability can be on the bottom paddle. It doesn't need to be top paddle. Whereas the crouch spam, I do need it on the top paddle. I won't spam it, but even a single one, I'm telling you, throws off a gunfight. Oops, I pressed the ability. It's so annoying going against someone who does that shit too. It's a real company thing. See that? Like in the middle of a gunfight, you just duck. Like, whoop. But I mean, this is what I mean. It's not skillful. not really a skill thing, dude. It's just one button press that you might be spamming. So I don't like really care for it. I don't know if Harsh is here, but yesterday I was talking to Harsh, okay? And he was talking about like how COD has a higher skill gap than XDefiant, right? And I agreed with him. I was like, yeah, it does have a high skill gap. But I was like torn by it. I wasn't like fully like there. And I couldn't articulate what I was thinking until like after I finished stream. And I thought about it for a second. Okay. Yes, COD has a higher skill gap and it has a higher like skill ceiling and all that stuff. Potential, right? But you know what the problem and the reason like I had that like reluctance to say COD actually has that higher skill gap is because a lot of the like skill factors that are in COD have automated options, right? For example, like aim assist, okay, is much stronger than it used to be. Something like tactical sprint. Auto tactical sprint makes a lot of things much easier. Much easier. So like that movement skill gap is sort of laughable because the bulk of everyone doing that movement skill gap are using auto tac sprint, right? Like on a pro level, they ban a lot of that stuff. So when you see like pros do that like super high skill stuff, that is a very high skill gap. But when you're seeing it in pubs and all, and half of the stuff is automated, that's no longer like this really high skill gap. It's just an automated feature that makes things extremely like fancy. And I mean, to go even further than that, just like a large chunk of like the Black Ops 6 marketing was showing how you could automate everything, like movement wise, where you don't even need to press a button. You'll be mantling over things, ducking under cover, going through cover and stuff like that. All that stuff is all, you can automate that all, right? And it goes even further than just settings and like functionality, like aim assist and stuff like that, right? The further aspects of it is also like kill streaks, UAVs, all sorts of other aspects that make the game, that skill level of that game, it decreases it significantly on a public level, right? That's why when pros are playing the game, they often are like banning half of the game in COD because that skill gap, that skill ceiling that is, the potential is there for COD gets completely negated with weapons, attachments that just completely negate any form of recoil, all of these things in COD, right? All these factors that a lot of, like, even when I'm playing, I don't have tactical sprint on, and I like to mess around with different weapon types and all. So I put that like skill potential on myself, trying to like excel in that way, right? But I would wager at least 80 or 70% of the rest of the lobby in the lobbies that I play have their stuff set to auto tac sprint, have like a meta loadout with no recoil, and they're not using anything else. You know, they've mastered rotational aim assist to the point where they know exactly how to move, so that aim assist kicks in super hard. I was just thinking about this yesterday, and I was like, man, that was what I was yesterday when I was talking to Harsh. I was like, man, I know it has a higher skill ceiling, but it doesn't feel like it, and I couldn't articulate it. And then at the end of the stream, and I was just thinking about like that conversation, I'm like, oh my god, I should have said this, because I had completely blanked on like how many things in COD are automated now, reducing that skill ceiling potential, right? Obviously, yeah, you can say, yeah, you don't need to have that automated stuff. And that's true. And that is where you'll see that kind of like skill ceiling kind of showcased. But those people who are not automating their stuff are at massive disadvantages to the people who are in public lobbies, because those lobbies are mixed. You can't say, no, you can't use this in a public lobby. Of course, they can use everything.
I'll take
They have access to all of it. And a lot of them do use everything, right? So that's why even though COD technically has a very high skill ceiling, they make it so accessible to the point where it almost negates any skill required.
Zone secured.
I'm not saying it doesn't require skill, but it negates a lot of it.
Looks like the shooting started already. Secure all zones, agent.
Like even things like slide canceling and stuff like that, it's significantly easier to do if you have auto attack sprint on. Like it's like not even hard to do if you have auto attack sprint on, apparently.
Shooting started already.
So then
Secure all zones.
is slide canceling really like a skill ceiling if it's just automated like that?
Secured.
So this game, yeah, it doesn't have like crazy tech in it, right? But this, there is things in this game that have like,
Sector zone contested.
again, I don't know, man. Like when you're comparing, like the problem is when you're comparing COD skill ceiling, is you do need to take into account like the pro level where they have all that stuff GA'd and the fact that these things can be done without the shit being automated. And people do it. Like on that, like I said, on the pro level, they are doing those like high skilled movements without automating it, right? But like even say Warzone, actually in Warzone, like the Warzone pros, they don't GA like those auto options. Like the auto attack sprint and all, that's not GA'd in.
Friendly going for zone B. Capture zone contested.
So then like when like the Warzone pros are doing, and the Warzone pros, man, their builds are no recall builds. Like the meta isn't to like build your gun to make it more difficult. It is to like the meta is to build your gun so there's no difficulty whatsoever with the gunfights and the like aim and all the recoil and all. Again, on the pro level in COD, a lot of that stuff wouldn't fly, right?
Hostiles on the scope in zone.
Like
Capture zone A.
there's a lot of restrictions as far as that goes, so you can't have like a no recoil gun. But even look at that dude, man. What the fuck is wrong with him, man? You saw how many times he was ducking and bobbing up and down, up and down. Like, dude, you only need to do that once in a gunfight. That's it. You don't need to do it more than that. Once is enough. If you need to do it more than that, you're fucking pathetic, dude. I don't care if it worked for you.
Friendly's moving on C.
But like I said, even on the pro level, right? The meta guns are like the most accurate guns. It's basically the like ACR and MP7 of this game, right? That's all they'll use.
Zone C compromised. Looks like the
I mean,
shooting
in
started already.
in
Secure
Modern
all
Warfare 2, I forget what it was. The Rival 9 and
zone compromised.
I don't even know what the gun's called, man. MCW or whatever. So even on those levels, there are like things that are being done to reduce that skill gap. But they're also like kind of trying to keep that skill gap higher by like, you know, restricting things that become cheese, right? It's like a lot of the attachments will be restricted. You won't have like a lot of the skill streaks or even the support streaks. Like cheesy stuff like, you know, portable radars and stuff like that. There's no way they'll allow that in like the rank mode, right? Oh my god, I thought I'd shot him now. So it is... COD does have a very high skill ceiling, that is true. But on a public level, they have like made it so it is laughably like automated. And even on a pro level, like some of those automated stuff, like aim assist and stuff like that, there's nothing the pros can do about that. Like they can't turn that off, right? They can't go for legacy aim assist or some shit like that, right? That'd actually be a pretty good feature, legacy aim assist, and then make the pros play like that. But I was just watching a clip of like one of Formal's like streams, right? And it was one of his complaints. He was showing these clips of like Scum and like Octane and all these guys, like people that are considered some of the like best of the best as far as like accuracy, you know, goes, like aim accuracy, right? And he was showing a lot of these old COD games, right? Showing a lot of these old COD games where they were shooting, and even people like Scump and Octane and all, because there was a limited amount of aim assist, not like to the extreme, right? They would miss shots, man. There'd be shots that are missed, man. Because you can't be perfect aim when like you're controlling things sometimes. You're gonna miss. God, this game is so close that everything you do is it, man. But yeah, that's like I think, the reason I'm so torn by the idea of like COD actually having this really high skill ceiling. There's always so much cheese in the game for the pubs. Even back in the day, there was a lot of cheese in COD. Don't get me wrong, man. Like, even in like, a lot of like the COD people, like, they'd be like, oh, Black Ops 4 was amazing and all. Dude, Black Ops 4 pubs had so much cheese in it, it was ridiculous. Again, on the pro scene, they've GA'd a lot of that stuff, right? But on like the public level, dude, there was like Torque's barricade. It was like a microwave barricade that you could put at a door. And if anyone came near it or tried to enter, like they would just get melted by it. So it was easy kills. Nomad's dog. And these weren't even kill streaks. These were like abilities. Like this game has abilities. In Black Ops 4, those were abilities. There was the barbed wire, Torque's barbed wire, recon sonar goggles. Then there was like, they added this hacker. I forgot what her name was. But you'd put up like really big like streaks, right? And she could just hack your streaks and like it'd become hers. Like, I forget what her name was, like Zero or some nonsense like that. I don't remember. But yeah, like that was also really controversial. Like suddenly you have like all these like big high-end streaks that could just be taken over by the enemy team if they had this character being played. And she has her ability like going. And then it's not only like she wouldn't destroy it, she would take over it. So it would become hers. So you'd earn these big streaks and suddenly like it's hers. The automated ones. If you had to like manually control it, I think she just destroyed it or something like that. I don't know. But any automated ones like the chopper gunners or like the sniper's nest. Well, actually, I don't know if she took over the sniper's nest one. But yeah, it is all sorts of cheese, man. All sorts of cheese always. So this isn't something like, oh, it's just the new CODs that did this, like kind of dumb down the game for every. No, CODs dumb down the game for pubs forever. So that like high skill gap and all, it's always been dumbed down on a public level, massively. I mean, I guess that's why it's pubs, right? But I mean, it doesn't change the fact that skill ceiling is not really always there in those games.
Domination. This op's a bit raucous for the Echelon playbook, but I'm sure you'll manage.
Also, they hide a lot of information from you. Like, so it further reduces that skill gap. Like, you don't know what server you're on, you don't know what ping, like, the lobby's on if you're on console. All those things, like, dude, there are factors, man, that need to be considered.
Capture zone. Hostiles on the scoping zone. I'm detecting hostiles on zone C.
Again, I don't disagree. Like, I do think COD has that potential of a higher skill ceiling. I do. And I even think, even with some of the dumbed down stuff that they do, it still is potentially got that higher skill ceiling. But also just the fact that, like, it's not even playing field and all that, it brings into too many questions, right? Like I said, some people can have auto attack sprint on, some people can like not have it on. It's too weird, man.
Hostiles on the scope in zone B. I'll allow it. Capture zone contested.
Please, teammate, capture B, man. go. 400.
Zone A under assault. Zone compromised. But never LC. You got this. We're winning. Keep it up, Agent. Take the zone, keep the zone. You know the mission.
This hall is melting with that MP5, man. I know it got a buff, but I don't think it is that good. But it's seeming like he's making it work.
Allies on Rogue Echelon agent activated sonar. Friendlies on zone
Alright.
Hostiles on A. Zone secured. You're about to win, Agent. Stay focused. About to lose B.
I don't think they can win without triple capping.
Sonar tech in enemy hands. Friendlies on zone C. Allies on B. You say it, so I will. Good job, Agent. What's next? A ticker tape parade? The brats would love that.
I need to give that MP5 a go, man. I'll do bonus section for a little bit. I'm a little tired today, but I'll switch up the controllers. So I do the crouch spam nonsense. I won't spam it, but in the middle of a gunfight, I'll like activate crouch. But we'll do it after this goal. I mean, after the Titanium Prisma like game. Let's do the like last game, and then we'll do bonus section, and we'll. Titanium Prisma unlocked. Let's go. Yeah, good coverage on this gun, man. And I'm glad they buffed it, man, because people were like not digging this gun. It's a really good gun, though. Very good. I mean, I think if you're going for SMG, the MP7 is still like, you know, like the big dog. And then if you really want that ultra close range like thing, the Vector's a beast, right? I have yet to use the P90. But I don't know, there's something about this gun that it fits still. Like it has this really like, it has a good feel for it. Like you can stretch the ranges a tad bit more. It's not quite as quick, you know, as the SMG, but it's quick enough. But yeah, the Daniel comment, like this is a little more accurate than the ACR, it's not. It's quite hard to control. It took me like a few like changes to the build and trying out different build and all to finally get it to a place where like I could control it at like slightly longer ranges. And even though those times when I'm trying to control it, it is a bit of a struggle. I wouldn't say like, I mean, a lot of the recoil in this game is not like terribly complex. So it's not like, oh my God, you can't control it. I'm a God tier controller. No. It's not like that. But there is effort required, is all. Whereas as opposed to the ACR, there really isn't that much effort, but you can't be half as aggressive with the gun. Like the ACR, dude, I play like mid-range, dude. I'll play slow. I'll play like the Phantom class. I'll use the like deployable like barrier. Whereas this one, I played like an SMG. I'm echelon. I'm going invisible. I'm trying to get close. Plays differently. It's not really even comparable to the ACR. I don't know where that guy was like coming with it. Like it's very, very different. If anything else, I'd be comparing it to like some of the SMGs and stuff like that. I'm gonna take out escort and zone control, man. I don't want that. Neither of those mods. Just random stupid mode we'll get into. I don't know why, like, often I get game in progress as my last game. Have this been, oh, it's not, okay. Let's do random. Don't be Mayday. Don't be Mayday. I'm backing out if it's Mayday. Don't be those idiots, man. Thank God, dude. This gun wouldn't do well on Mayday. Or Attica Heights, for that matter. For fuck's sakes. This is another long-range map. You might as well just snipe the whole game. I should have voted Showtime. That would have been a good map. That would have been good enough. I was hoping for small map mosh pit. Club, arena, headquarters. Give me one of those three.
Team deathmatch. No need to keep a low profile. 3, 2, 1. Neutralize the enemy team. Right in your wheelhouse, agent. This operation's already underway. Get to work.
I actually might back out of this, dude. They're really stupid, man. Uy. How did this guy get this name, man? How is that not like a restricted name? How the fuck did he get away with that name, dude? This is what I mean, man. The roots are not great for. Oh god, that was stupid.
Bounce back.
Actually, this is a pretty good route. No one will use this in TDM, but you'll get right behind those sniper idiots. And like you'll take the long flank so they won't spawn behind you.
For deployment. We're on track for mission.
This is highly underused section of the map here in TDM. And it actually is a pretty good flank for those idiot snipers. No! That was actually a brilliant flank, man, dude. Caught in that nonsense. Why are you teabagging, man? I saw that fool teabag. Gave him a little piece of my meat. Oh no, fuck. Oy. The problem with this flank is there's not much action until you make the final full flank, dude. You have to do this. Let's just cut it short. A time limit game? Dude, that's madness. Like, you have to do this too, man, because of the snipe.
5, 4, 3, 2. Mission success. It's almost like you've done this before.
Well, at least we made the, like, map work, I guess. I was a little worried this was going to be one of them doo-doo ends to the stream. The only reason I teabagged that dude was because I saw he was teabagging a teammate. Okay, I don't know what their gripe was against each other, but I was just giving teammate like support. Like don't teabag my teammate. I don't know who he is, but he's a teammate in this game. I don't know how that guy got away with that name, dude. Doesn't Ubisoft have some safeguards as far as like naming goes? Titanium Prisma unlocked. Let's go. It wasn't too difficult with this gun. It wasn't difficult at all. And she'd be looking beautiful. She'd be looking beautiful on this gun. Solid coverage, none of that janky attachment stock nonsense with this one. It's solid full coverage on the weapon. And looks good. Yeah, I mean, they buffed the gun, and it was, in my opinion, already pretty decent in the preseason. It was just like people would like treating it like an AR, and you can't like you just it's not worth it treating this gun like an AR. Even when I'm like using SMGs, I will try to stretch the ranges beyond its limits. Yeah, I do that, right? And that's sort of like this gun allows me to like play that SMG role, but pull off those like ranges that, you know, otherwise I really shouldn't be doing with an SMG, right? Which I appreciate. And now that it's buffed, it really is one of the better guns in the game. Like it is. Like usually like when someone's sweating in the game and they have this gun, it's gonna be a difficult fight. Like usually. Like it's like, oh man, this is gonna be tough. Better to avoid this person. To go the opposite way or something. Don't go his route. If you know he's going one way, you go the opposite way and take care of like business on the other end of the map. But yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's overtuned or not or anything like that. I don't think so. I do think like there are limitations to it, and it isn't easy to control like at those longer ranges. Like it does take effort, and I have built for that. Like my build is to negate like a lot of the like kind of bounce and, you know, unnecessary excessive like recoil that it might have. So I'm trying to take advantage of that like close range abilities, but also built it so I can stretch it a little bit, you know, and not like struggle too much. I do think it's a good build. I liked it, and I recommend. So yeah, MDR action, Titanium Prisma unlocked, another one, Prismad. You know, I was talking about this dude. Anyway, I mentioned this already in the previous one, but the new camos are coming out. I really hope it's not another level grind. I really hope it's not another level. Dude, already this is like, it takes a long time, the level grind for Titanium Prisma. It is long. I'm good with the ARs, I'm like fast with it and all, so like, at least with the ARs, I'm like a little bit more competent at getting the grind out fast enough. But it is by no means quick to complete the grind on the Prisma grind. So if they do another like set of 200 levels, I don't know, man. It'll be painful. And I do think like by adding a new set of camos that are just another level grind, it really does sort of like take away from the previous camo, like the achievement of earning the previous camo. It invalidates that grind, dude. And it's like, oh man, you know, now I have this next goal and that's the better camo. So all that time I put into getting this means nothing. So hopefully they do something else with it. The only like, I have made like one small suggestion that I wouldn't mind seeing. If it is going to be a level grind, I would prefer not to have that 100 level gap between the first and just be 50 level, 50 level, 50 levels, 150 levels. But even that's a lot, right? But I have been like leaning more closely to the idea of at the very end of the rainbow of that, like, so if they add 200 levels, so 50, 50, 50. And then my suggestion in the last stream was like the 200th level be like a legendary styled weapon model, like a mastery weaponry model, right? Like worthy. It's something like Battlefield didn't have like camos going through it. Like they had Just you had to get X number of kills, right? Like a ton of them for the weapons, and then once you got it, you got the mastery skin, the T1 skin, right? So I wouldn't mind that. Instead of like a camo, it'd be like a tier 1 weapon model for the final, like level cap of the weapon, like a tier 1 kind of. But the problem that I realized why that probably won't happen is it would require them to make a kind of legendary worthy, tier 1 worthy weapon model for every weapon in the game, which I'm guessing they haven't yet even bothered starting doing, even considering doing. So we'll see what the next weapon grind is next season, I guess. There are other guns. I'm not saying that I'm done with the camo grind yet. I do want to get Prisma on the Vector. I want to get Prisma on the L115. Sort of want to get gold on the LVOA, even though I don't really like that gun, but at least getting it to gold would be a long-term goal, camo-wise. I sort of want to get the LMG to Prisma also, the M249 or whatever, whichever like LMG I'm using at the moment, the main LMG that I use. I don't know what it's called. But man, I don't like that gameplay that much, like that slower LMG gameplay. I really need to be in the mood for that. And I haven't yet been, like this game, like I like the aggressive nature of this game, like just running around. And you can sort of get away with running around with the LMGs for sure. Like it's not impossible, but you do need to play it a little slower, obviously. So even though that is in the back of my mind, also all the guns that I've got, I do want to get them too. I do also want this marksman rifle, but even that, like I don't want to do the gameplay for it at the moment. I just completed the gold on L115. I don't want to start doing marksman rifle also. But this is a good marksman rifle, worthy of getting Prisma on. And same with this M249. So there are camo stuff that I want to do and grind out, but I don't know. I'd like to say I'm going to slow down, but there's so little to do in all these other games. Really, there's nothing to do at the moment. So just doing this weapon grind in XDefiant seems to be like the only thing worth my time at the moment as far as like multiplayer gaming goes. But in the back of my head is like, dude, please just give me something else to do. I don't care where and who, just someone give me something else to do in these games. Whether it be XDefiant, COD, Halo, even if they fix their servers. Battlefield maybe also. Battlefield actually, I've been kind of keeping close eye on Battlefield. Like they had like a kind of like they've stopped the live service, like the seasonal live service content, but they're doing like mini events and stuff like that with like earnable stuff. It's been tempting to jump into Battlefield. In fact, like the first event that Battlefield kicked off with, the non-live service event or whatever, I actually did end up grinding out the entire event, like the ribbons required for the reward. 2 of the rewards I had already owned. One of them was new, and it was like a legendary skin for the M4A1 or whatever. So I ended up doing that off stream one of the days, like I think the day like where they were working on power lines and all, and I didn't want to stream risking like a power cut. I ended up completing the event then. And then this week they added some new reward, like, but I just didn't like feel the rewards enough to want to jump on it. But like the last one, like I said, was like a legendary like skin for the M4. It was a pretty nice skin. So I wanted to get that. But I did that off stream. But yeah, I mean, again, maybe XDefiant. The other thing, I don't know what the hell is going on, but the finals. Last season, the finals had event after event and community challenge, and it was jam-packed with reasons to jump back into the game for me, right? And this season, they've done none of that. They've only done one community challenge, and that's the only time I've jumped on. And the joke is I had so much fun jumping on the game and just playing the game. Maybe I just need to start grinding out the challenges, the seasonal challenges and the finals. And maybe I'll start playing the finals a bit. Because it is actually a hell of a lot of fun. But I've just been waiting for events and stuff to jump onto the finals, and they haven't done it this season. And I'm sort of like, man, that's a good game. Should I be just grinding challenges and playing the game for playing the game's sake as opposed to like here, I'm playing XDefiant for the sake of just playing and grinding out the camos, right? I should do the same with the finals, man. Just grind out. Like they have challenges in that game, so they have their seasonal challenges. Should grind out those challenges. There's rewards and stuff to be earned and all. But I don't take finals so seriously as like, I mean, I don't really care about the rewards and all that, but it's a fun game. Maybe it's the game that I need to like take a break from all this other nonsense. The other thing is I've been hoping and praying. I'm like please, man, Call of Duty, just fix whatever so I can start. I've been wanting to jump back into COD proper, like, and get back into the COD grind. But like every time I jump onto COD, the servers and all, it's just so miserable, man. Like even though I do want to play the game, like the experience just every time I jump on is like, man, let's just get this game, like whatever we're doing on this game over with and move on to the next. So even though I want to play COD, it's unfortunate, but the experience at the moment, connection wise and server, like all that nonsense, has just been pretty bad. Like it's been a turn off. And if XDefiant actually puts some fun challenges and some sort of activity event or something or the other, I'd be all over that. Also, I don't mind continuing XDefiant. But I feel like I've put so much time in this season, maybe wait till next season and new battle pass kicks off. And then I can start the grind again or something like that. I don't know. But honestly, like I said, there's not a whole lot to do. So it'll probably be a lot more XDefiant. Unless I can actually motivate myself to jump into the finals and start the challenge grind on that or something, which I might do. But yeah, that's it for today. Maybe bonus section, most likely bonus section. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Check out my old streams if you haven't already, and I will catch you later. Bye. Yeah, the MDR is a beast gun. It really is a beast gun. If you haven't tried it out, give it a go. Figure out a good loadout for your style of play, and you'll probably end up enjoying it quite a bit. Keep it close, though. Don't do long-range nonsense with it. You'll be wasting your time if you're trying long-range with the MDR.